No one expected the hundreds of thousands of Tunisians who flooded the country's streets in December 2010 and January 2011. But their protests ended with Tunisia's 23-year-long ruler, Zine El Abidine Ben Ali, fleeing the country, and triggered similar unrest in Egypt, Libya, Yemen, and Syria.
People just followed each other because they were already angry, and from a very local movement, people started demonstrating, taking on the streets, shouting against the regime, and the more people would see the other people going on and shouting against the regime and against the police and facing the police, the more people would feel empowered.
But the 3 years that have followed haven't necessarily been easy on Tunisia's people. Tourists have left, most not to return. Foreign investment has disappeared, leaving factories shut. Inflation has surged, economic growth has slowed, unemployment has soared, and frustration has grown. It's a frustration that's obvious when you speak to people about politics and the political stalemate here. 3 prime ministers have resigned in 3 years, a series of political assassinations, and a national constituent assembly that struggled to put out a new constitution despite deadlines that have come and gone. It's normal in every democratic transition that you see many successive governments in a short time. It's a transitional period. Tunisia has already seen 4 governments, but I think this phenomenon will diminish after the next elections. As the country that, quote, started it all, Tunisia's success or failure will be watched closely, both from the region and around the world. A lot of pressure from the outside, mounted on top of growing pressure inside. Roee, Ruttenberg, CCTV, Tunis.